Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to talk about Python polymorphism in network automation. So first of all, what is polymorphism? Polymorphism is an object-oriented programming or OOP concept where different classes define methods with the same name but with different behaviors. So this means that you can call the same method on different objects and Python will automatically run the correct version based on the object's class. So polymorphism, the word comes from Greek. Poly means many and morph means form. So polymorphism means many forms. And again, the same method name can behave differently and depending on which class implements it. And why and when do we need to use polymorphism? So we need to use, we can use it to call the same method on different objects, like mentioned already, with each responding differently. And this makes our code flexible and scalable. And when we add new devices or device types we can add new device types without changing the main logic of our code. And it's useful in network automation for handling multi-vendor devices with shared method names. So in this case, we are using Cisco and Juniper devices. And in this example, we're going to use a parent class for network devices and override a method in the child classes to customize behavior for Cisco and Juniper devices. So I got steps here. I think I got 6 steps. So first step is to import required modules. So here I'm importing the NetMiko library and I'm also importing the datetime module. Okay, so 2 lines of code. And step 2 is this is where I define the parent class. So I'm creating a class called network device, which is the parent class, and it's got this init method. And here we are defining a generic method to run a show command. So we are running the show version command. This is the default command. And we are saving the output with timestamp. That's why we imported the datetime module. Okay. And step 3 is we are creating a child class for Cisco devices. So we are defining this class called Cisco Telnet device, and we are passing in the parent class called network device, right? And we are using the super, which is the parent, to basically use the existing code for the init method. And here, as you can see, we are using the same name. So in the parent class, we are using this name, run show command. And here in the Cisco Telnet class or Cisco Telnet device, we are using the same name, run show command. But here we are running show IP BGP summary, not show, not show version here. So that's the difference in the method. And of course, we are saving the output with timestamp again. All right, so step 4 is we create a child class for Juniper devices. And the name of the child class is Juniper device. And we are passing in the parent class, again, called network device. And we are using the super, which is the parent class, to basically, for the init method. Okay, and here we are using show BGP summary. So this is the different behavior in the same method. So here we are using show IP BGP summary for the Cisco device, but for the Juniper device, we are using this command. Okay, and just expand it a bit. And here we are just saving the output with timestamp. Okay, and step number 5 is this how we instantiate device objects or create device objects. So we have this we are assigning this object into a variable called device, Cisco device, and we are assigning this object into a variable called Juniper device. Or in other words, we are assigning the result of this expression to a variable called device, Cisco device, and the result of this expression to a variable called Juniper device. And we also called Cisco device and Juniper device as objects. Okay. In step number 6, this is how we can demonstrate polymorphism. So this is where polymorphism happens. So we call the same name, which is in this case, we call the same method. So in this case, run underscore show underscore command on each object, and Python automatically uses the correct version based on the class. So here I have a list called devices, and I'm passing in the Cisco device and Juniper objects or variables. And I have a for loop. So here, this is the list called devices, and this is the variable name. And here we are just running or calling the method called run underscore show underscore command on each object. Let me go ahead and run this script. Okay, looks like it's successful. So we see the output here, show IPBGP saved for, so this is a Cisco device, and this is the file name. And here, this is the command for the Juniper router. So saved for this router, and this is the file name. So if I go ahead and open this file or these files, reveal in File Explorer, we can see that, the script worked as expected. So we see the output of the show IPBGP summary for the Cisco device, and this is the Cisco device, and this is the Juniper device. So we're able to call the same method on different objects, and it ran successfully. So that's how you can use polymorphism in Python, and in our case, in network automation. All right, so hopefully you found this video useful. If you have, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.